Howdy, folks, and welcome back to the amazing digital circus. Today we're going to be watching episode 8, which I believe is the penultimate episode of the whole show, and it's titled a bunch of letters that looks like somebody just slammed their fist down on a keyboard. It's HJSAKLDFHL. So unless, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but unless that's like some kind of an acronym for something, it's just slamming, except HJSA. That's kind of all over the keyboard, and there's L a couple times, so maybe they just keyboard catted and just did that kind of number to it. But I'm nervous. I have not seen the trailer for this episode, as I tend to not do. But I can't help but see any of the little pictures, the little promo images that Glitch shares before these episodes drop. A lot of abstraction imagery, a lot of kind of dark backgrounds and stuff. And I did see, as I pulled this episode up, getting ready to watch, that there's some kind of a content warning. It looked like it was just for flashing lights, but we'll examine that when we get there. I didn't read all of it. But yeah, I'm nervous. In the past, since the last episode, my niece has gotten into this. She's Gen Z. She's a Zoomer. And I'm honestly kind of surprised she hadn't seen it already, but she had been watching it. So she'd been texting me a little bit about it. And she texted me the other week saying, do you think anybody is going to abstract? And it got me thinking. So I kind of wanted to talk about this on the front end here. I did rewatch episode 7 today. I will say that it was a little bit more palatable knowing that the whole Abel thing and them getting out of there was all just a big debate, that it was a big adventure cooked up by Kane to tempt them with the prospect of leaving. But also at the end, something I don't think I paid as much attention to is, everyone insinuating that Kane can mess with their minds in there, and that potentially, I think Kinger put it together that it was potentially Kane's fault that the first abstraction happened. So I said all that to say, thinking back to, is anybody going to abstract today? I think immediately in my head, when I read that question and thought about it for a second, I thought no, because I think if Jax didn't abstract last time and the way the last episode ended, I think he's good for a little bit. But in kind of thinking after rewatching that episode 7 today, thinking about the fact that Kane can mess with their minds, rewrite part of themselves in their own programming, seemingly having the ability to cause them to abstract, or at least to influence them enough to make them eventually abstract. I think if anybody does abstract today, it will be 100% Kane's doing. Like, maybe somebody, and maybe it could be Jax, because we did see Jax have flashes to the outside, and it potentially seems like remembering your own name seems to be part of the key to getting out or something. So it might potentially be Jax or somebody else, like, starting to remember more about the outside world. Maybe that's just what abstraction is. As people start to remember more about the outside world, they just appear to others to be different, right? Because they're saying, like, you don't know what it's like before somebody abstracts, like, way early in the show, saying, like, you're a totally different person. Maybe that's because you start you're literally a different person. You're remembering who you were on the outside. So maybe Kane causes somebody to abstract because they're getting too close to, like, learning how to get out, or to remembering who they are, or something along those lines. I'm just putting, like, a base hypothesis out there. So I don't know. I am nervous about this one. This is a chunky episode. It's about 32 minutes long. So let's go ahead and get ready to watch this thing as I scoot over. Hey, as always, link to this episode down in the description. I'm sure you've seen it already if you're watching me react to it. But hey, go give it another view. Give it a like if you haven't already. Give it engagement. It feels weird to say for what's now a huge production studio like Glitch, but they are still independent. Go check the merch shop, support them in any way possible, because it's because of them that we get content like this, that is great for the most part. Even though episode 7 didn't really sit well with me at the time, I appreciate it a little bit more now after the fact. So hey, like I said, support Glitch, everything. Support me a little bit. Leave a like on this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you're drinking. I got vanilla Komaro tea right here, and I don't think I have much else to say. I don't really plug the Patreon for these, but I have a Patreon if you want to support me monetarily. I have a Discord server if you want to hop in there and talk about Digital Circus, as a lot of people in there have today. I have been avoiding my own Discord for fear of getting influenced a little bit on this episode. But regardless, that's finally started up. A bunch of letters. Episode 8 of Digital Circus, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Flashing lights, rapid visual effects, which may affect viewers who are susceptible to photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitivities. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so no, like, unless there's another content warning right after this about, like, self-harm or something like that. I think we're okay on that front, but that is loud. That mix is probably going to be fine for the episode, but we'll figure it out as it goes. What are we, in Tron? Is this the master control program? Hold on. All right, hold on. We already are getting hit with the... All right. So it's just birth. I'm trying to analyze these as they come. It was just birth. I couldn't really figure out any identifying information for these. Circus Big Top. 5. Gummy worms. Okay, I still can't... Well, the shapes are getting a little more abstract now as more data is being fed into this. Also, I should point out here, hold on, I think we're about to get hit with more pictures. Okay, this is C and A. I feel like we've seen these. These are Kane's Polaroids, and now those are extra fucked up looking. All right, in this little calm before whatever storm is about to follow, I did want to point out here that I saw on Blue Sky the other day, Gooseworks, or I guess a couple weeks ago at this point, Gooseworks said that this is her favorite episode of the show. So I don't know what that means for us, the viewers, but I'm scared. At the very least, this full minute of, like, and I don't want to say abstract, but it is abstract storytelling, because I don't know what we're supposed to be getting from this, but the fact that it's in here and is taking up so much length of this episode means it's got to be important to some extent. And a lot of it did seem carnival/circus focused. Okay, and it's not like the offices were the last set of... Okay, it did stop eventually. Yeah, I guess at this point, the last... Is this like Kane's creation? Him getting fed all the info? Circus stuff, clowns, stuff like that. And then the last set of photos he got was the C&A photos that he holds so dear. I also didn't notice the little flashes that Jax got. None of those pictures, from what I can tell, were in those flashes. And once again, the blue, the red consuming the blue, Kane consuming Abel. If we want to stick with the Bible story, that is. The circus. Interesting. And we're just going to cut to Kane like, hello, everybody. Oh. Oh.
Another chess piece, huh?
Queener?
Holding up.
I just don't know what's happening. We've never made any.
I just got fucking chills down my spine. I wasn't expecting a fucking flashback in here. And Kinger said in the last one that the first abstraction was somebody named Scratch. Here I see like a dog talking with Kane. Also, hi, Queener. His wife, I'm assuming, given the king and queen and him talking about his wife being in here and abstracting. Oh, hold on. Let me go back here real quick. Do I recognize any of these? No, I don't even see Kaufmo. I don't even see Ribbit. I don't know who any of these are. And I don't think I've seen their pictures anywhere. This one's fucking crazy already, man. And no voices that I can hear. Yet a loud,
Another chess piece, huh?
static in
How
the
are you
air.
holding up?
I just don't know what's happening. We never made anything like this.
I just hope that...
Wait,
Are you?
it's... you.
Oh my god.
Or maybe Kinger remembered her name.
I wish I could remember your name.
Oh, shit. I just said that, too.
I'm so sorry I roped you into this with me.
It's interesting. They remember everything else.
Quite strange, isn't it?
There. Hopefully that mix is fine.
No matter what happens, I'll always...
Wow. And then a hard cut to that.
And into the cellar you go. Golly, we're running out of humans here. Now don't you go abstracting on me too.
Okay.
Seriously.
Oh, so it, oh, God. What the fuck am I watching already? I know we're eventually gonna... Yep, there's everybody else who abstracted, right? There. That looks like it might be fine for the...
What? What? Hello? Guys? I can't figure out how to... guys? Hello?
The
Can you
headset.
help me out here?
It's just like Pomni when she got here.
What's happening? Can anybody hear me?
She was grabbing at her head saying, I can't figure out how to take the headset off.
Who are you? How do I take this off?
Yep.
I...
Wow, 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 wow! A new one? So it is possible. Looks like you got a new buddy after all, Kinger.
Interesting.
Right.
Is this really...
I was hoping new minds could show up. I have to make some more preparations for this amazing breakthrough.
Oh, now I'm interested, because I kind of assumed that
How do I get out of this?
it was more regular, the people coming and
don't know.
going.
What
But
do you
Kinger
mean?
was alone for
But everything's gonna be okay.
who knows how
Do
long.
you remember your name?
I'm...
Agatha,
Wow, and that hard cut too.
you doing okay?
Oh, this episode's fucking phenomenal already.
That's a good question.
Yeah, they're all on the therapy couches.
Well, really hate to say it, guys, but I told
Don't you even. Do not even fucking begin to say that sentence like you didn't try to keep us all trapped here forever.
Yeah,
could've happened
I
when
mean
you
that
pressed
that
those
is valid
buttons.
from
Doesn't
Zubul.
matter.
It seemed to matter back when you did it. What if you did ruin our one chance at
And
leaving?
what if Abel was secretly evil? What if we all got stranded in the void? What if?
Yeah,
if?
it could have been
Wasn't
any
real.
possibility, right?
So it doesn't matter. Never did.
How can you say that like you didn't try to fuck us all over?
He's right, though.
Gang,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what could have happened.
Oh shit, Gangle.
We could argue about it and hurt each other all day long, but...
Not my sweet baby. She
it's
can't
not gonna help
abstract.
anybody. I think what we need to do now is to just be there for each other.
Yeah.
She's right.
And this is just a
We've
big
all
daisy
done
chain of
bad
other
things.
people saying other people
But
are
we're
right.
also all we've got.
I am stressed
I think-
out already.
We need to abandon the idea of leaving.
What do
We
you...
got our hopes up, and we were let down. I don't know what exactly happened with Kaufmo, but we can't let that despair consume us. We should focus on what we have. Like you said,
And that's
constantly chasing an unattainable goal will drive us crazy.
interesting coming from Pomni, who, number one, is the newest person here, and number two was so... I mean, and I don't know if that's just because everybody else has been in here for so long that they had already kind of given up on finding an exit, or just hadn't kind of just pushed it in the back of their mind, like, well, if I see the opportunity. But like I said, it could be a symptom of Pomni still being the new one. I forget exactly how long they said, and who knows, this is in cyberspace, so it could be, you know, this could all be happening over the course of like a nanosecond, basically, as this super strong computer like computes all of this, right? Like, I think there was like a Black Mirror episode where somebody put on like the most advanced like virtual reality helmet or something to test some game or something like that, and the whole episode happened over the course of like 40 minutes, and they overloaded and like their brain short-circuited and they died. And then the testers said like, 0.32 seconds. That's a new record. And it's like that whole episode happened in that short span of time. And so that could be in the real world. Like, granted, yeah, and I mean, we don't know. Like, time could be passing so much differently here that Kinger being alone could just be the 5 minutes between them getting a new group in here to all put the helmets on one at a time as they sign everybody in, right? Of whatever test this is, if this is even a test, because like I said, we still don't even know. I'm still clinging to that Kane was fed data, and the most recent data he got was those pictures of the office, right? So I kind of assumed that it was like the place had, I mean, it still could be, because Pomni was talking about the urban exploration, the place being abandoned, or she didn't even say that. Just kind of you put two and two together as she was talking about the urban exploration aspect and, you know, filming YouTube videos for it. Like, oh, hey, I've with a selfie stick out here, like, oh, I found this cool helmet or this cool headset. Should I put it on, chat? And then just like gone, donezo from there. So I'm also now realizing if remembering your own name is super important, that one merch drop that they had where Kane kept calling her Christine means that her name probably isn't Christine. So that's probably just one less thing that we have in common, and that makes me kind of sad. Anyway, let's continue on. That was a very long tangent as we are barely into this episode, but this episode is absolutely fascinating so far. I hope they just stick with it. I hope Kane's not just like, and here's another adventure, and then they have to go do that. Like, if they spend this whole episode just in this one location, just talking to each other, like, I think I'm A-okay with that.
Maybe what we have to do now is to just live.
Oh, man. I had dreams and goals. I wanted to be able to leave my mark somewhere in the world.
Damn.
How am I supposed to just abandon that?
You've made a mark in my life.
I know, you're probably right, but it just really, really sucks.
Yeah. Oh. I love the relationship that they
We're all in this
formed
together. And
throughout
we'll
the show.
always be in this together. No matter what.
Okay, Jax is still there. I thought when Pomni looked over, I thought Jax was going to be gone.
Hey. That includes you too.
Yeah?
Huh?
Listen, we're not gonna have you wandering off alone somewhere and abstracting or something. You're a pain in the ass, but you're still one of us.
Didn't somebody say ass in another episode? Kane did. And then Pomni said, did he just say ass? But hers was bleeped out.
You think I'm capable of abstracting? You guys worry too much.
It seemed like it was about to happen last time.
We need a vacation.
Did somebody say vacation?
I don't understand, Bubble.
Oh, wow,
They
Kane
want
isn't
an
even...
Exit, they want answers. They want something real. I give them an adventure.
Usually that would be
covers
the
all of
perfect
that, and
time.
They still hate it? Surely they don't want to actually leave me, right?
No way, Jose. No way, no how.
Oh no, what if Kane's real name is Jose? Oh, he's gonna get out of here.
For them. I step outside my comfort zone to appeal to them, and they still hate them. I made a program that creates a body perfectly encapsulating their mind files, and they hate those too. I'm starting to get the feeling that they just hate.
Why would they hate you when they could just hate you?
This is why I was created. This is my function.
They'd rather abstract than go on your adventures.
That can't
Damn.
be true. I do
Even Bubble is
everything for
betraying
them.
him.
Don't they get that I'm trying?
Maybe you're just genuinely bad at this.
Shut up. No.
Yeah?
I'll fix that. I can solve any problem.
That's
can
what I
solve
said a
this
couple
one.
episodes ago,
That's
like...
what this is. A big puzzle that I need to solve.
Defective.
Oh, wow.
Shut up!
And what if he wasn't built for this, but that's just his understanding?
Maybe you deserved to be abandoned.
Oh, wow. Okay. But I feel like this show was, and I don't want to put things onto Gooseworks, but given I know there's a long development time between when the story is even first formulated to when it's written, to when it's made, to when we see it. So this episode itself could be years in the making, right? As far as the actors recording the voices and stuff, right? But I'm thinking of it with a modern understanding of AI. And so I said all that to say, I don't know when this story was formulated, how kind of far along like generative AI was. But I'm feeling like, given what we know now, how AI just kind of sucks, like generative AI, like the chat GPT and like the image generation stuff, the grok, all that. And I've talked about this in past episodes before, but we know that it hallucinates and it makes stuff up, right? It just does things based on its understanding of what data is fed into it. And now I'm kind of piecing puzzle stuff together of, it was fed all this information at the beginning, and who knows for what purpose. Maybe whoever created Kane had some kind of far different intention for him. But here we have the AI hallucinating, like, oh, I'm supposed to run a circus. I'm a ringmaster. I don't understand these pictures, though. That's why I find them so fascinating. And so Kane has this horribly incorrect idea of what he's even doing. And maybe the people at CNA are just like, ah, yes, the AI is AIing. It's going great. Which, you know, once again, feels like a very modern take on like corporate America. If, and that's a big if, that's what's being conveyed here and what is intended. But either way, like, I like that our characters now, after all that last time, like have this strengthened bond even after all that. And like even welcoming Jax back, who did try to keep them there last time, right? But now it's Kane who's the one who's potentially, and the one with all the power, mind you, the AI that can do anything in this world, who created this circus seemingly, who's now the unstable one who can kind of do anything with them. So I'm once again, we're a third of the way through this episode, and I've almost met the entire runtime of it in my recording. There's a lot here, folks. As disappointed as I was watching the last one, I'm locked in here.
You really were the lesser of the two. You ruined this.
Yeah, like I said. Oh shit, it's actually
Who do they
breaking
think
down.
They are? I give them everything, and they spit in my face. Don't they know what I'm capable of?
Yeah, some of those flashes starting to come in here.
They only think about themselves. They're spoiled. They won't abstract. They won't leave me. I won't let them.
Wow.
I'm better. I'm more powerful. I'm the original. I am God.
Okay. That's not the word I expected him to say. Oh, fuck me, dude. Is he abstracting?
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, oh god. Did somebody say vacation?
What was that?
Hello, my little fortuitous fruitcakes. Today's adventure is...
Kane, we're not in the mood. Why don't you answer some of our questions? We have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Who has time for questions when there's a whole wacky world of hijinks out there?
Yeah, hey, you have a lot of explaining.
Hey!
Alternatively, I don't got to explain diddly squat.
Can you just give us some time to...
Want to hear me say ass again?
Or how about we skip the melodrama and get right to the fun?
No, Kane. We have a lot on our minds right now, and we're not going on an adventure.
I see. And since when were you in charge? Do you have any idea how much I do for you guys? How much I obsess over trying to make things perfect? How many insults I have to ignore to do my job?
I thought he was going to say how many insults I think of for you.
Don't make me laugh. I have a new adventure for you, and you should consider participating.
Oh, Grox generated another image.
We refuse?
Maybe I'm not getting through to you.
Are we in it? Oh.
It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who?
Are we going to get a chorus of Bubbles singing back up?
Could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity. Am I getting through? Seems our regime has plummeted south.
Sorry, I just need to, after watching Has Been Hotel Season 2, this is starting to remind me of Vox, from that. Even, like, the kind of feel of a lot of Vox's songs from that season, like, and once again, I know this was written well in advance, but I wonder if Goose watching Season 2 is like, fuck, that's what I'm doing with Kane a little bit. I think that's kind of funny, but, another musical number. I say that I think there's only been the one when Jax and Pomni sang Daisy Bell, right? A couple episodes back. Much different circumstances than this here, but pop off, Kane.
Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting? It's time you see that this great marquee is the only place.
Technically that poker hand was nothing. Also, it was like 6 cards. That's not a true poker hand, bud.
Now look at this. Absolute bliss. Oh, what a shock.
A little friend like me as well in here. Damn, the old Looney Tunes. Oh no. Whoa. What the fuck? I'm looking to see if any of those mannequins still has the face drawn on it from last time. I'm sorry. Incredible. Incredible stuff. Phenomenal musical number. Holy shit. I said earlier how locked in I felt after just that intro, but like, good lord, this episode is cooking hard. Just absolutely everything is working for me here. Like, I was sitting here thinking back on the other episodes and how they all get guns, I think was my favorite one up until now, but like, the show just can't keep doing this, can't keep upstaging itself almost every time. Because for a while, every episode I felt was better than the last. And this is drawing me back in such a way that I feel like I thought about, like, if someone asked me what the absolute best thing that I've reacted to is, a couple episodes ago, I would have said Digital Circus easily. After the last one, I would have been like, well, mostly Digital Circus, except that last episode. But this is drawing me back in hard, folks. Not even that I wasn't even excited to watch this one, but just like, this is just so good. Oh god, they are still in pieces. Are you gonna... Okay.
I think we all understand each other now.
Adventure time! Come on, grab your friends.
Welcome back! I can't believe you didn't pick up on the context clues. It was practically spelled out for you.
Several
What,
days.
Stupid? Next one's gonna be even crazier. Hope you're ready. By the way, Kinger, I need you for something. Come with me.
Oh, not Kinger. Oh god. Oh, Zubul.
I don't know how many more of these new adventures I can handle.
Once again, like, the
Got
AI
nothing positive to say about
consistently...
this one?
Oh, that's Ragatha. Oh my god, what happened to her?
I can't take this anymore. We gotta do something about this or I'm gonna lose my mind.
I never should have antagonized him so much. I'm sorry.
Oh, Zubul, it's not your fault. Yeah, what Gangle said.
Break time. Gotta brainstorm some new ideas.
Oh god. Is it just because he made it through
shredded
the
me.
adventure intact?
I think we should get out of the open for a bit.
Oh, in the little... Okay, I thought they were hiding in the little fun tubes. I thought that was an establishing shot for that. Damn, I hate
I haven't
coffee.
been up here in a while.
We should just indulge a little.
I didn't even
while
know
we
they
have
had
the
a
time to.
cafe.
I don't know what Kane has planned next, but I'm guessing it's not anything good.
He's literally just taking them at will now at
He's
this
gotta
point.
get bored of all this sometime, right?
He's not a human. I'm not sure if we can properly gauge how he thinks.
Oh god.
Good. Are you okay?
I just keep saying things at the same time as them. Good lord.
You know, things were just fine here until you and Zubul came along.
Oh.
Nothing? Okay.
So Zubul's the second newest.
What are you?
Oh.
Just give it a sec.
Okay, what do you remember, Kinger?
Trust me. Kinger? You there?
I'm where? It's dark in here.
Is the Kinger in the room with us
Exactly
now?
Are we waiting for?
No, she's right. Just
Yeah.
give it a bit.
Yeah, Ragatha knows. She figured it out last time, too. This does seem to be taking a little bit longer than usual, though.
I've got a bucket on my head. I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
And these are always the
Wait,
most emotional
that
fucking
bucket makes
scenes,
him
too.
sane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What do you know about Kane?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
No.
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games.
Yeah, it's not a
We were
game.
just developing artificial intelligence, specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on?
I feel so
Kane
vindicated
was
right
our
now.
First semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Yep.
Partially, yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Okay.
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though.
Is he
I
gonna
wasn't
remember
quite
something
on
about
Scratch's
Jax?
level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around. I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team
There's
had
that word
no
again,
idea
abstract.
how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something. What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
Wait. I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this.
Ooh,
just
Jax.
Fill me in afterwards.
Are you? I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Fill me in later.
be here later.
Yeah.
I will.
Because they said don't go wandering off, but now we have Kinger in this state. Oh, God.
This is real.
Are we going to get more? Oh, God. I
Kane's
thought we were
going
going to
a
get
bit
more
crazy
flashes.
right now. Is there any way to stop him, or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything.
Maybe not nothing.
But so do we.
Yeah.
In a sense,
Kinger made the
anyway.
butterfly in the guns
We all
episode.
technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him.
I like
but
this kind of
requires
like,
a lot more skill and concentration for us.
it almost sounds like the Twilight Zone theme a little bit. Da, 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 da. It's a nice touch. Oh, maybe a little cliche, but like also a nice touch.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
I was certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
So do they have to
Well,
be on an
where do we
adventure
get
for
one of
this?
I think I know exactly where to get one. Take turns with Jax distracting Kane. Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
Is it like the back room exit that she found all the way back in the pilot? In this, I feel like this musical sting is kind of similar to the pilot as well. And that's where she first saw her own face, right? She did like that exact same thing. The Barrel of Monkeys. Yeah, we haven't seen any of this since the pilot. She's retracing her steps. She's doing exactly what she did. Did it work? She figured it. She was the non-speed runner that figured out the glitch like on day one of the game's release.
Great suggestion, Jax. But as I feared, there just isn't anything stuck between my teeth.
I hate it. I hate it so
That's where I
much.
Wow, Kane, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Hey, Kane!
Yep.
Do you want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
Kane
Well,
died for your
first of all,
sins.
we love your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Not the screen that plays when you get a strike. They've made a strike joke earlier in this game, or in this show. Yeah, she has purpose in here now, though. And I'm trying to remember, she just made it to a computer and then she just turned around and went back, right? And what did Kane say? He said something like, I hadn't finished that part of the circus yet, right? What happens if you put on the headset while you're in the game? But is that even gonna work? Is there an electrical outlet in the circus?
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, scrap it.
I love Bubble.
Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
No. I mean,
You
that one
think
guy
he's
from
running out
BioShock
of
would
ideas
argue.
yet, or nah?
Sander Cohen, I think?
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah, I can use my imagination for that.
Interesting.
You got this?
I think so.
Oh. Or are there going to be like files or
Sure
anything
has
on the
been a
desktop
while.
to...
I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Kane while I...
What if remembering his login information is similar to remembering his name and he ends up abstracting because of this? Like, we now know he's the one who's been in the circus the longest at this point. They made a point to show us everyone else who had since abstracted, leaving Kinger all alone. And what did I say at the top of this? If anyone abstracts, it's because anyone's getting too close to figuring out how to deal with Kane or how to leave or anything like that. I'm now really scared for Kinger.
figure this out. He may sense something when I really get into it.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you, by the way. For this and, well, everything.
No, the death flags. They're raising death flags one by one.
Honestly, are you even trying?
Shut up, Jax.
Where'd Kane go?
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
Kind
I
of.
think so. We just need to make sure Kane doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Omni! That's the
Oh.
relatability we've been missing.
What's this gonna be now?
No. I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying.
A little more
I
fun.
realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm
Once
sure
again,
you can come up
generative
with new
AI,
ideas
right?
If you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
I'm having a ball.
Me?
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to...
Yikes.
Where's Kinger?
We just wanted to see your new ideas firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it
Oh,
obvious?
look at the look
We
on
wanted
her
to bait
face.
you into testing your new ideas on us, so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not true.
Yes, it is. You're a horrible.
Evil
host.
Pomni's coming
You
back.
don't care about us at all. You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy.
This is
You
huge
know
from her,
who I am.
actually.
Yeah, you're a failure. We're all gonna abstract someday, and
Yeah,
what
and you
will
can't
have
poke me
then?
out of existence like
Nothing.
Bubble, right?
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic! You're like a child. What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
Yeah, this is
Ryan,
just
you
pure
never let us
catharsis at
feel
this
like we're
point.
at home. You don't comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly.
And on top of it all, you just don't listen.
Yeah, he's listening now. Is it possible for him to abstract? the way we know it. The void? Where are... No. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Her mother. Oh my god, this is dark. Whew. Wait, hold on. I gotta... Oh, C and A. I was like, Kanda? What kind of a name is Kanda? Is that like a first initial last name? No, it's C and A. Command config, cookies, cursors, favorites. Oh, they have Java installed. That's good. Yo, what is this? Windows 95? Like, I haven't seen my briefcase since I was a child. These, yeah, I think this is Windows 95. Black, blue, bubble.bmp. Nice. It's just the way the screen is, like the ones at the bottom especially are like really difficult to make out. But I don't see anything crazy unless I'm just completely missing something. Interesting blast from my past, the Windows 95. Pretty sure that's 95. Might be 98, but we had a 95 computer as a kid, and I remember it looking like this. We went straight from 95 to XP, I think. Because some of the games that I was getting were starting to be like way too... 95 just wasn't running them well. Like the school I went to had 98 we had 98 computers at my school, and we had a game on one of them that I enjoyed, so I wanted to buy it and put it on my computer at home, and it just like barely ran on that old operating system. So yeah, man. Oh god, we're almost done. Oh shit, we're almost done. All right. Getting back to it. I don't think I was going to be able to make anything out with the code that he was writing. Oh god. Oh, there's her getting hit by a car again. Yeah, and all the mirrors and the body parts. Good lord. That was fucking terrifying. Warning, whoops, wrong approach there. Kinger D Circus. Oh, okay, so most of it's just code. Except the message right here, whoops, wrong approach there.
Why do you people torment me? I didn't have to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
Wait, deleting? Did he mess up?
Wait.
Oh. Kane is gone. That worked. Seemingly. So does that mean, are we just going to be in the void? Because Kinger did say, wait, shit, right before this happened, but...
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
Whoa! You cannot go directly to this credit sequence after that. Fuck, dude. Alright, I'm gonna let it play, see if there's anything after this. Or I could just mouse ahead. Oh, there's some kind of text. It says something about episode 9. I'm gonna wait for it to pop up here. I gotta gather my thoughts for a second, but that was kind of peak. The Amazing Digital Circus episode 9, the grand finale. Yep. I had read that. I knew that you know, initially I thought we were just getting 8 total. But apparently it was 8 after the pilot, leaving 9 being the final one. What a setup for the finale. That, like I said, they just can't keep doing it to us. They can't keep outdoing themselves. That episode was fucking phenomenal. To the point where, like, you know, I'd say up until this, my favorite was, like I said, everybody gets guns, right? But that one was, you know, we had a strong understanding of what the show was up until that point, and it was just like Jax hitting the breaking point, and like him and Pomni like fighting each other, just all the character stuff in that adventure of them all shooting and killing each other, everything just like was firing perfectly on all cylinders. And that was, at that point, like I said, with everything we understood about the show up to that point, the best the show had to offer. But the way I felt watching this episode, I hadn't felt that way since the pilot, when I was just trying to take everything in. And it's funny that they called back to the pilot so heavily at one point with Pomni, but the amount of bewilderment, wonder, confusion, intrigue, all of those feelings like bundled up together. Do you know how hard it is to, like, after a show has been established, fill someone with those same feelings after they think they understand everything? And that's what I got here today. So for that, I always said, like, you know, I said this in an Epic the Musical reaction that I think is coming out this coming week as I'm recording it, but this week as I post this here to YouTube. There's one song in the final saga of Epic where I said something along the lines of, well, it made me feel something, even if that something was a very negative feeling. So what I've come to kind of more appreciate is just like media that just makes you feel anything. Yes, you can watch something and have a good time, but if it can truly make you feel something, that's when you've truly created something great. And, you know, with all the talk about generative AI could never, by the way. I am strongly anti-generative AI. I think there's a few scenarios in life where AI has its uses. Like, in the medical field, I hear that there's pretty decent, like, actual AI stuff, not this generative bullshit that we see everywhere on social media. And also, I think Square Enix wrote an AI tool to better help their animators and programmers lip sync the characters with different language dubs easier, so to cut down on animation time for the animators. And that's also a good use because it's an internal tool that helps cut down work on somebody so that they can go do something else. Good use of AI right there. So, like I said, all those thoughts about what generative AI is and how it's being used and how annoying it is that all these corporations are trying to shove it down our throats and everything. And that's basically what Kane is. I think he might be gone. Like, I wasn't getting death flags for Kane earlier in the episode, but the way that I know this show sticks to its guns, no pun intended with the guns episode I was talking about earlier, I think Kane's just like gone. Like, at this point, and plus the computer fell down the crack, so it's not even like Kinger could like probably recode him, rewrite him, and even if you did, I think you'd be starting from scratch. So I think Kane is just gone, and we have to just figure out either, number one, how to just live our lives in this dead circus that nothing will ever change or be done with ever again, or number two, now that he's gone, let's truly explore and figure out if there's a way to get out, right? I have no idea how the show is gonna end. You know, it would be wild if we got like an ending of all the actors in real life, all the voice actors like in real life, like taking off their headsets, and we just end it like with like a live action like short, basically. I don't think that's gonna happen. That's just like an idea I had that would be like really fucking cool. But man, there's so many ways you could end it. Some happy, some bittersweet, some absolutely tragic. And, you know, I trust Gooseworks. This was, man, I'm like having trouble finding any more words. I don't even think I need to. Like, I was joking with my wife. I said, all right, episode dropped today. I got to record. The episode is like 31 minutes long, which means my recording is going to be about an hour. And here I am 56 minutes into my recording, just about. And I didn't mean for that to be true, but when I'm being fed this well, like, it just happens. And the other one I can think of that did this to me was, once again, They All Get Guns, which I think was like an hour and 1 minute. I don't think I'm going to go that long. I think I'm about done. Oh man, what an episode. I think there is another world where Kane does stop Kinger and like just like snaps his fingers and abstracts him right there. But honestly, like, kudos to everybody else for knowing exactly how to push Kane's buttons in that instant, and hearing that pure catharsis come out of everybody. Like Pomni, who's always been so like scared and timid and shy and stuff, now, like, you know, she got her practice in with Jax a couple episodes ago, and now she's like standing up to Kane fully. And then once again, after Pomni, so comes everybody else. And some of them, you could hear the genuine like anger. Like, I gotta give a shout out to Michael Kovac, who voices Jax, even though he is my least favorite character in the show. Like, very understandable, great delivery from Jax there as they were all yelling at Kane. Just good stuff. Like, I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait for the final episode. I know that Glitch is kind of prioritizing this show to finish up. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe like June or July or something like that. But man, I'm gonna miss the show when it's done. This has very consistently been one of the best things I've ever watched. Like, not even just for YouTube, just in my life. This has been fantastic. And it's almost done. So hey, I'm done too tonight. I am very much out of tea, so I'm gonna end here. So hey, thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to this point in the reaction, leave me a little smiley face in the comments. I can't wait to watch other reactions to this. I can't wait to read people's comments on this. I just can't wait. I want to interact with this episode so badly, in addition to just this recording. So hey, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Leave a comment below, please, for the love of God. Hop in my Discord if you want to talk about Digital Circus. I'm going to go right there right now to talk with them about it. And before we hit the hour mark, I'll catch you later, everybody. See you next time for the finale of the amazing Digital Circus. Take it easy, everybody.